So I went riding last weekend, and where the stretch goes on here, this nut right here, hold on, this nut right here had came off, and this had scooted back, and it wasn't pulling or nothing, clearly because the rear end was about to fall off. But this mount up here broke, and this, if you can see that. That mount right there is broken. So yeah, that's a 2-inch stretch right there. Basically all you do with a 2-inch stretch, or with any stretch on a 420, this is straight axle or independent, because straight axle, it goes straight up right there just like this one is supposed to. Basically all you do, this is, you know, clearly I didn't buy this from a freaking store online or whatever. I made this myself, but you just get you some sheets of metal. You want it pretty thick so it's not gonna break like that right there. That's real thin. But and then, you know, whatever size you want, 2 inches, whatever. But if you go too long, you're gonna have to buy a longer custom drive shaft. So unless you want to spend the money on a drive shaft, don't make it too long. So basically what you do, you just get some sheet metal, you know, cut however long you want, and then just drill holes in it basically and put it on there. It's really simple actually. And yeah, you don't want to make it too long, or you're gonna have to buy a longer custom drive shaft. But basically what happened, this nut came loose, so it wasn't even on this side, it was just on that side right there. It was about to fall out, so this was, you know, swinging back and forth. You can still see it was doing that basically, because it's still not tight right there, but it was doing that. So that made, I don't know if y'all can see that, that made that mount right there break, and that mount is supposed to be up right there. And yeah, that broke. And then over here, there's not even a nut on this side. You can see that. There's not even a, well, is there a nut right there? Well shoot, I guess there is a freaking nut right there. I think. Yeah, there is a nut right there. Never mind. But from that shaking, that caused this mount right here to break. So, and that's really thin metal right there though. But still, that made that break. This side is still pretty tight though. This side is still tight. It's just that side over there that caused that mount up there to break. So basically what I did, I got some longer bolts and stuff over there. Got a bunch of washers. And I just put a new bolt in it and put a bunch of washers right there. I really need to put some more. But put some washers right there, put a washer on that side, put some washers right there. And you really just want all that to be tight. Then I put a nut with some washers in between the frame and the 2 oh god dang. The frame and the 2-inch stretch right there. Then I put a bunch of washers in between the frame and the 2-inch stretch. And then you come to this side, just put a washer in your nut. But yeah, that's basically just what I did. But I need to put some more washers right there. And yeah. So basically what it was doing, whenever this had slid back, which it slid back right now, but this drive shaft had slid out a little bit, so it wasn't hooking up. And it would, you know, it'd pull for a second and then it would skip a tooth. Like it was like the splines on the drive shaft were broken. So basically that's what was happening. And I'm gonna have to buy some new clutches for the freaking yeah, just some new clutches. But yeah, just buy some new clutches. They got all burnt up and stuff. It's slipping bad, but that's not really, it's not a big deal. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe.